guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm super excited about today's video because it's very near and dear to my heart, which is what to do if you want your planners to look pretty, but your handwriting sucks, okay? So if you're in the planner community or like, the studying community or just general stationery community, I'm sure one of the things that you've come across or follow is people with really, really pretty handwriting. And I'm just not one of those. And I'm always trying to figure out what to do if I just can't get their handwriting. Like, what do we do for us normal folk? How can we make our planners and whatever look good if we just can't write? And I've come up with 5 tips that I think hopefully will help you as much as it has helped me over the years to accept that you just got to do other things if you can't write how pretty they do. Okay, without further ado, let me get into it. Okay, so my first tip is to use stamps, and I'm just showing you here. I've used this set of wooden stamps, and I've shown this on my Instagram before, so if you guys aren't following me there, follow me there, because I usually give out these random tidbits there just because it's so much easier. But this is my favorite set of stamps, and they're these wooden stamps. It comes like this in a little kit. It has each letter, the number, and it even comes with like a little ink pad. And so if you don't like your handwriting, what I would do is use stamps for some of the headers. So you see I put June, I put like the months, just the first letter in the stamps, and it already makes it look better. Of course, you can also add like, little stamp pictures, and it also enhances the page. But you can see if I flip over to a page that's written out, like, my handwriting here isn't like the worst, but it takes a bit of effort for me to have it look like this, and it doesn't even look that great. But I just think adding the stamps just makes the spread look so much better. So let me just show you a couple other options. So here's this one that I love. Then of course you can get this type where it has like, the days of the week already written out. These again are wooden stamps, and I'll link everything down below if you guys are interested. And then there's also these ones that have the months. So then like it eliminates one part of the spread that you have to write. And I think even just mixing up some stamps and some pretty lettering with your own handwriting, even if it's like not pristine, already like enhances and makes, your planner insert or whatever, or your notebook look better. Don't you think? I don't know. I think it does based on my history. The other thing, of course, that you can use if you don't want to do stamps, because stamp does take a little bit of work in terms of like you have to get the ink and you have to get, the stamps, pull them out and blah, 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 blah. The other thing that you can get, of course, is just stickers. This is just a sticker book from Once More with Love. I think I got it at Michael's. Again, I'll link everything down below if you like it. It's kind of like more the cutesy vibe. But see, you have, of course, the stamps, for trackers. Of course, you can get more of the minimalist stickers that have like the headers, the headers, like the weekday headers. You know what I mean, right? Even this one even comes with like little today sections. And I think just adding these within your planner inserts, not even just like, I'm not just talking about decorative purposes, I'm talking about like stuff with actual words, and then you write within it. I think it makes it look a lot nicer. Just the mix up of like, nice pretty writing with like even a bit messier writing. I still think it makes it look nice. Okay, so that's my tip number 1. And of course, there's lots of options, and it's great because you can use these on your notebooks, on your ring planners. You can use them wherever you want, and it enhances them equally across, right? And there's just so many options. So that's my tip number 1. Oopsies. So my next tip is actually inspired by my friend Gemma, who's Gem Plans on Instagram. And what she actually does is she types on her inserts on the computer before she prints them out. So if you have a program like Adobe Pro, or I don't know any other ones, but I'm sure you could find them, but basically ones that allow you to edit PDFs, you can go onto the PDF, type out whatever you want to type out or write, do your planning through typing, and then you print it out afterwards, trim it, cut it, whatever, and put it in your planner. So that way you don't actually have to write what's going on throughout the day. You could just type it out on the computer and it already looks pristine because it's typed out. And similarly to what I was explaining in the last tip, even if you type out most of your insert and then just add, to it throughout the day, even if your writing isn't as nice, I still think because you already have it mostly typed out, it looks good. Just, having a section that's looking nice combined with your messier handwriting, I think the juxtaposition almost makes it look nice. I don't know. Is it just me? Anyway, so here is an example. This is in half letter disc. I actually printed out my digital planner, which I'll get to next as my next tip. But basically it would look something like this. You print it out, it's already written up, and then that's that. And you have tip number 2. So let me now go to tip number 3. So tip number 3, of course, is to use a digital planner. And with a digital planner, you can just type directly into the planner. So you're not writing at all and everything looks nice because it's just typed out. And of course, this is kind of like the last tip, but you just don't print it out. It's just all digital, which if you see my previous videos, I'm really gravitating towards digital planning more and more, just because it's so versatile. And I can make another video on, like the 10 best things about digital planning. Of course, I think I've already made videos about digital planning. But anyways, it really is a good option because your handwriting just looks so much better. And I find that when I write on my iPad, sometimes it just looks better for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because I just go a little bit slower on the iPad. I'm sure that's mostly why, but I have this kind of screen protector. It's not a Paperlike because those are just so expensive, and I feel like the one that I have is literally the same thing and it still gives me that paper resistance. So I'll link mine down below. Of course, I can also link the Paperlike one as well if you guys are interested in that one, because I know that one's broadly spewed out throughout YouTube, just because I know they sponsor a lot of videos. But anyway, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is kind of a fun one, and again, it's something that I've shown on my channel before. If you see my other videos, I use a lot of the same things because I really just stand by these things that I use, and that is to use a thermal printer. So I have the Page printer, which I have shown a million times. You can get these all over the place. I'll link some of them down below, like Amazon, AliExpress, through its own site. Yeah, and I love it because not only can you, write on it and print lists. So I printed out this on here. It has these cute little templates you can choose from. You can of course also print a blank document and just write on the document so that there's no designs. You can print pictures, whatever. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. I'll link the video up here where I walk through, the things that you can do with this little guy. And basically it's on a sticker paper already. So if I was to print out a little list because I didn't want to write it because my handwriting sucks, I can print it onto this and then just stick it in my planner. And look how cute it is. It immediately adds to your spread, right? It's so freaking cute. I die. Look how cute this little template is. Who doesn't love Hello Kitty? No? Anyone? Anyway, so that's tip number 4. Okay, so one last tip for you. And the last one, I'm sorry guys, it's a little bit boring, but basically it's practice, practice, practice. And if you guys follow Philo Planner or Allie on Instagram, she's one of the first one of the first Instagram accounts I think I followed when I joined the planner community because her handwriting is just amazing. She recently showed some of her older posts, and you could see the difference in her handwriting. She was trying to show back how many ever years ago when she first joined the community, her handwriting was completely different from how she writes now. Her handwriting back then was still probably better than mine now, but just to show that you can change your handwriting with practice and time. And so I think for me, one of the easiest ways to practice my handwriting is actually on a digital planner, because you can easily write, erase, and you don't feel like you're wasting paper or pages. And I just think this is such a good way to practice, whether it's handwriting or drawing. just a good way to practice because it's all digital. You can erase. You don't have to worry about wasting paper. You don't have to worry about finding a special notebook for it or whatever. And you can practice throughout the day because you can also just erase on your iPad and then rewrite it out if it doesn't look as you liked without having like a million eraser marks, right? Or like having to white out. So not a super innovative tip, unfortunately, but I had to include it because, you know, obviously there is value in practicing. And so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please let me know down below which was your favorite tip. And if you guys like these kind of videos, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well as subscribe to the channel so you can see more planner content coming your way. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!